So today we are in the garden and I am with my tools that I use to make me money. Some of them I have bought myself with profit, and some I have been using my parents that was already in the shed. So let's just have a look at what I've got, and I'll tell you what I use them for and how much they costed me if I bought them. So we'll start with my steel hedge trimmer. This is my favourite bit of kit by far. Costed me $250. I bought it last season in 2020 when I first started. It was one of my first big purchases, along with the strimmer that I'll talk to you about in a minute. I use this pretty much on most of my big jobs because it's useful for just cutting down hedges as well as doing the hedges and giving them a nice trim. So that is my 2-stroke steel hedge trimmer. Now we've got my strimmer, also steel. It was also 250. So overall I invested £500 into the business after the first couple of months. It needs a bit of a clean, to be fair, and as you can see I need to replace the wire on it because it is broke and run out. This is also 2-stroke. It's very useful for the overgrown lawns that I deal with, just to take that top layer off. I wear my PPE to make sure I don't get grass and stuff into my eyes and hedge clippings when I'm using the power tools, and ear defenders to protect my ears. I've got my 2 Honda Izzy lawnmowers. These were both bought by my parents beforehand because our garden is rather steep, so they have powered back tyres. One was bought brand new. The second was bought off Gumtree for £100, I think. So they're quite cheap, to be fair. You just have to look and find the right one. As you can see, I also need to replace the pull cord because I broke it last season because it was just getting a bit old. Let's have a look. Every good gardener has to have a trusty pair of wellies. The mud and dirt that this has saved me from getting covered in is ridiculous. I did a job last year where I had to dig out a trench, and if I did not have these, my parents wouldn't have let me back in the house. It was ridiculous. So you've got to buy a pair of wellies if you're doing gardening, full stop. Gloves, I've accumulated masses of gloves over the year as I was doing different jobs for different, I needed different thicknesses of gloves, and I was picking them off jobs here and there. This here is my trailer that I put on the back of my bike because obviously me being 16 means I cannot drive, so I was cycling all of my kit around with me. So all my hedge trimmers and my strimmer and all my tools went in the back of there to get to my jobs. I also was able to take this off and put a lawnmower on the back of the trailer. I'll show you a picture of that up here. And yeah, that was always quite hard, and I got very fit from cycling around doing that. I have another pair of ear defenders, and now I bought a pickaxe because who doesn't want a pickaxe, let's be honest. But this also came in very useful when I was taking out some big hedges and getting the roots out because they were quite thick. So that's what I did. And then you got some spades. This is one of my first tools that I had. I used it for my lawnmower when I was cutting lawns to do the trimming around the outside before I bought the string. So a piece of kit I've bought for the 2021 season is my new saw. I have bought it because I was using one of those carpenter's saws and it got blunt, and I decided that I was going to buy something proper for cutting off branches of trees and helping me prune to neaten up my work and speed it up because the teeth are super sharp. I've also invested in a new pair of ear defenders. They're Bluetooth, so I can listen to my music instead of sticking my AirPods under my headphones, because they started to hurt my ears after being out for 8 hours a day. 12 hours a day, it just was a no-no. So this is my kit. I'm going to give it a clean and oil, ready for the season to start in March. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more content.